Raval, Mandal, Uttar Pradesh, India.
This is a very beautiful place on the bank of Sri Yamuna, which is situated 7 kilometers from Mathura and 1,250 meters from the main road. In the temple one can see a wonderful deity of Srimati Radharani. At this place Srimati Vrisabhanu Nandini appeared in this world, hence there is a great festival here on Srimati Radharani's appearance day. In the Bhakti Ratnakara it says, Srinivasa. Look at this Ravalagramma, here is the peerless abode of Vrisabhanu Maharaja. Here Sri Radhika advented herself, thus pervading the whole world with bliss. Radharani appeared on a Monday, which was the 8th day of the bright lunar fortnight in the month of Bhadra, as the daughter of Vrishabhanu Maharaja and Kirtida Devi. At that time it is said that the demigods showered flowers that they had collected from the Nandakanana celestial gardens near Meru Parvata. Because she was born the year after Krishna's birth, during the constellation of Anuradha, she was called Radhika. At first Sri Vrisabhanu Maharaja lived here. When Sri Nanda Maharaja left Gokula to go to Sri Nandagrama in order to protect Shri Krishna, Sri Vrisabhanu Maharaja also left travel to go to Sri Barsana. How to get there? You can go by taxi or you can hire an auto from Vrindavana to take you around Raval, Daji, Chintaharanagata, Brahmandagata, Gokula, and Ramanika, and drop you back to Vrindavan. They normally charge around 800 to 1000 rupees. Raval is the birthplace of Srimati Radharani. She is Shri Krishna's svarupa-shakti, or internal energy. There are varying descriptions in scripture about the appearance of Srimati Radharani on the earth. One reason for this is that the appearances took place in different kalpas. In his Srila Madhava, Srila Goswami relates the appearance of Srimati Radharani as explained by Purnamasi Devi to Gargi, the daughter of Gargamuni. The details of this appearance were known to Purnamasi Devi, as she arranges all the pastimes of the Lord, and she shared this information only with Mother Yasoda and Rohini Devi. Vindhya Parvata, Parvata means mountain, was envious of the great Himalaya mountains, because Himalaya, having Parvati as his daughter, had the opportunity to get Lord Mahadeva as his son-in-law. Vindhya Parvata desired to have a fortunate daughter whose husband could defeat Mahadeva in fighting, and who would thus attain the position of Rajendra, emperor. To fulfill this desire, Vindhya Parvata performed severe austerities in order to please Lord Brahma. After some time Lord Brahma appeared before him and asked him what kind of boon he sought. Vindhya replied that he wanted to have a daughter who carried the blessing that whoever she married could defeat Mahadeva in battle. Because Brahma was very pleased with him, immediately he said, "Tathastu, so be it." Vindhya was very happy to receive the boon from Lord Brahma. But after offering the boon, Lord Brahma was thinking, who is that person who can defeat Mahadeva in battle? It is not possible. He was worried now about the boon he had granted. Then he realized that Lord Krishna's pastime was going to take place on the earth, only he can defeat Mahadeva in battle. Brahma thought, Lord Krishna's eternal consort is Srimati Radharani. If Vindhya Parvata can get Radharani as his daughter, only then can my boon be justified. But how can this happen? Srimati Kirtida is the eternal mother of Radharani. How can Vindhya then get her as his daughter? Worrying about how his boon would come to fruition, Lord Brahma underwent severe austerities to please Srimati Radharani. When she was pleased with him, he requested her to please appear as the daughter of Vindhya Parvata. Radharani agreed, and Yagamaya Devi arranged for 2 girls, Radharani and Kandravali, who were already in the wombs of the wives of Vrisabhanu and Kandrabhanu, and put them in the womb of the wife of Vindhya Parvata. As a result, the wife of Vindhya begot 2 daughters who were very beautiful. In the meantime Lord Krishna had appeared in Mathura. By the order of the Lord, Vasudeva took Krishna to Gokula and left him with Yasoda, who had given birth to a daughter. Vasudeva exchanged Krishna with the daughter of Yasoda, and took her to the prison cell where he and Devaki were being held by Kamsa. Hearing that Devaki's 8th child had taken birth, Immediately Kamsa came to the spot and snatched the girl from the lap of Devaki. When Kamsa was ready to throw the girl on the stone and thus smash her, the girl escaped from his hand and appeared in her form as Yagamaya Devi. She declared loudly, "Kamsa, you were the demon Kalinamai in your previous birth. That lord who had killed you with his disc in the battle, who is known by the learned personalities as the most worshipable of the demigods, and who is cause of the whole cosmic manifestation, today he has appeared on the earth to give pleasure to all the living entities. Kamsa, you should know one more thing, by tomorrow, 8 Mahasakti, greater and more attractive than me, will also take birth on the earth. Their names are Radha, Kandravali, Lalita, Visakha, Padma, Sabya, Samila, and Bhadra. Among these 8 Mahasakti, 2 will be most famous for their great qualities. Whoever marries these 2 girls will be most fortunate. He will be Rajendra, and will be so powerful that he will defeat even Mahadva in the battle." After saying this, Devi disappeared from there and left for Vindhya mountain. When Kamsa heard this from Devi, he ordered Putana to kill all newborn males and abduct all newborn females. According to the order of King Kamsa, when Putana was searching for such children, she found 2 most beautiful baby girls. After Vindhya, Parvata's wife gave birth to 2 daughters, Vindhya arranged a samskara ceremony for these 2 girls. A brahmana was performed the yajna with the 2 daughters present. When Putana saw these 2 most beautiful girls, immediately she picked them up and started to fly away in the sky. King Vindhya became very worried and ordered the brahmanas to chant mantras to kill the demon who was stealing his daughters. By the order of Vindhya, the brahmanas chanted the mantra, which caused Putana to gradually become weaker and weaker. She was not able to hold both the baby girls, and threw one of them into a river below, which flowed in the kingdom known as Vidarbha. Bhaismaka, the king of Vidarbha, found this girl and kept her with him until the age of 5. At that time Jambavan was residing in both Vindhya and Govardhana mountains. By the order of Vindhya, Jambavan went to Vidarbha and took this girl back. She was known as Kandravali. While Putana was still flying with the other girl in her arms, her weakness increased, and upon reaching Vraja she fell to the ground. At that time Purnamasi Devi recovered that girl from Putana and gave her to Makara, telling her, "She is the daughter of your son-in-law, Vrisabhanu, so you should take care of her." Thus from that day she became known as Radha, the daughter of King Vrisabhanu. Purnamasi had recovered 5 more girls from Putana. They were Lalita, Padma, Bhadra, Sabya, and Soma. Thus Srimati Radharani and Kandravali appeared along with their Sakhas. This information was given by Narada Muni to Purnamasi Devi. There is another description of the appearance of Srimati Radharani on this planet. Once Suryadeva, Banu, worshipped Lord Sri Hari with a desire to get Goloksvari as his daughter. The Lord was pleased with Surya and agreed to fulfill his desire. On the earthly planet, in Gokula Mahavana, there is a village called Raval. In that village there was a king amongst the cowherds named Mahabhanu. He had 5 sons, Kandrabhanu, Ratnabhanu, Vrisabhanu, Subhanu, and Pratibhanu. Each of them was very sober, self-controlled, and were great Vaisnavas. Among these 5 brothers, Vrisabhanu was selected to take up the position on the throne. Thus Vrisabhanu was non-different than Suryadeva, Dhanudeva. King Vrisabhanu performed hundreds of Rajasuya yajnas for the pleasure of Lord Sri Hari, and observing religious practices in all respects. He was a great Rajarsi, and everyone worshipped him for his great qualities. At that time there was another very rich cowherd man living in Vraja called Bindu. His wife's name was Makara. Bindu had fathered 5 sons and 3 daughters from the womb of his wife Makara. The 5 sons were Bhadrakirti, Kandrakirti, Mahabala, Mahakirti and Sritama. His daughters' name were Banyamudra, Gurtamati and Kirtida. According to some Puranas, another name of Kirtida is Kulavati. King Vrisabhanu married Kirtida, the daughter of Bindu. Even after many years had passed, still they had no child. Both of them were passing their days in great distress and trying their best to conceive a child by performing different kinds of yajnas, giving in charity, performing special pujas and arcane, and traveling to different holy places. But still they were not successful. Finally, the most chaste Kirtida advised her husband to worship Devi Katyayani. As per her advice, King Vrishabhanu commenced worship of Katyayani Devi at the foot of Govardhana on the bank of the river Yamuna. He performed austerities by following Manavrata and abstaining from food for long periods of time. One day, while absorbed in meditation during his Vrata, King Vrishabhanu heard a sound vibration. "O Vatsa, my dear son. Without accepting Harinama, the ears do not get purified. To chant the holy name of Hari is most auspicious. Accept the holy name of Hari properly." Then King Vrishabhanu went to the asrama of Kratamuni, which was situated on the bank of Yamuna, and accepted Harinama from Kratamuni, who explained so many different rules and regulations. The mantra given by Kratamuni was Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare. After giving the Maha Mantra to the king, Kratamuni told Vrishabhanu, "Whether Sakta or Siva, Surya or Vaisnava or Ganapatya, in any case only Harinama Kirtana brings purification to the ears. Unless one takes Harinama at the beginning and purifies the ears, no other mantra will give any result. In whose earhole the holy name of Lord Hari has not entered, his ears are contaminated like low-born Sabauras. O king! The Harinama which I have offered to you has been glorified by Srila Vyasadeva when once he was asked by Sutta Goswami. Brahma has also taught the process of chanting Harinama to Angira Muni. You should engage yourself in chanting this mantra with full concentration." After receiving this Maha Mantra from Kratamuni, Vrishabhanu offered his prostrated obeisances and came back to the bank of the Yamuna, where he sat and chanted the mantra with devotion. After some time, Katyayani Devi, being very pleased with King Vrishabhanu, appeared in front of him. The king offered his obeisances and prayers unto Katyayani. When Devi asked the king what boon he sought, he replied, "Simply by having your darsana, all my desires are fulfilled. Still, if you are pleased to give me some boon, then what can I say? The desires of my heart are known to you." After hearing the words of Maharaja Vrishabhanu, Katyayani offered the king an oval box in the shape of a golden egg which was radiant like thousands of suns. Katyayani Devi then disappeared. Maharaja Vrishabhanu returned to his home with great jubilation. After some time, as the result of the service to Harinama, which was the essence of the Vrata of Kirtida and Vrishabhanu, Srimati Radharani appeared on the most auspicious day at the most auspicious moment. She was very tender and most beautiful like a golden kampaka flower. The third description of the appearance of Srimati Radharani is told as follows. Once, King Vrishabhanu was immersed in the waters of the Yamuna, meditating upon the Lord. Suddenly a 1,000-petaled lotus flower came floating towards him and touched his body. When he opened his eyes, he saw the most beautiful molten gold-colored girl lying on the lotus and moving her hands and legs. As the king has no child, he was very happy to receive this girl. He brought her to his palace and gave her to his wife Kirtida. Thus Srimati Radharani appeared in the earthly home of paternal parents, Kirtida Sundari and Maharaja Vrishabhanu.
Shri Larily-Lal.
On the day following Srimati Radharani's birth, Purnamasi Devi came to the house of Vrisabhanu on the invitation of Kartida. As soon as she saw the baby girl, immediately she felt so much ecstasy and said, "It is none other than Raisvari who has appeared in your house." She advised Kartida and Vrisabhanu, "Take nice care of this girl. She is the origin of Lakshmi Devi. She is Isvari, the controller of Bhuloka and Goloka. She is always worshipped by the Gopakanya, cowherd girls. Great personalities like Brahma, Shiva, Indra, Marat and Varuna constantly offer their prayers at her lotus feet. Just as Sri Hari appears on this earthly planet by his sweet will, in the same way this girl, who is the eternal consort of Sri Hari, has appeared in your house. By seeing, touching, or worshipping this girl, all desires will be fulfilled. She has appeared here to perform some confidential pastimes. You must take care of her very nicely." After some time, when King Vrisabhanu and Kartida were looking at their beautiful daughter more closely, they suddenly realized she was not seeing anything. Her eyes were still closed. Everyone including Kartida started to cry in distress that such a beautiful girl was blind. Still, even though she was blind, because of her unparalleled beauty, everyone came to see the newborn daughter of Vrisabhanu and Kartida. Nanda Maharaja and Yasoda also came there, along with their son Krishna. Nanda Maharaja and Vrisabhanu Maharaja embraced when they met, and Mother Yasoda was greeted with loving affection by Kartida. She took her inside the house and also embraced her. Lord Krishna understood that his eternal consort Sri Radha had appeared in the house of Kartida. Radharani in the form of baby girl was lying on the bed. While both Yasoda and Kartida were busy discussing the newly born girl and her unfortunate blindness, Shri Krishna climbed down from the lap of Mother Yasoda. Entering the room where Radharani lay sleeping, he climbed onto her bed and touched her eyes. Immediately she opened her eyes to take darsana of her beloved Krishna. When Kartida and Yasoda saw Radharani's eyes had opened, they were very happy and immediately shared the news with everyone present. There was much jubilation in the home of Maharaja Vrisabhanu and Mother Kartida. There is another description regarding opening of Radharani's eyes. Mother Yasoda came to the house of Kartida carrying her son Krishna in her arms. When Yasoda saw the beautiful daughter of Kartida, immediately she placed Krishna on the ground and picked up Radharani, cradling the child in her lap. Seeing this, Krishna became upset and started to cry. Yasoda bent down and picked up Krishna, also placing him on her lap. It is the nature of children that whenever they come together they try to touch each other. When Radha and Krishna came close to each other in the lap of Yasoda, Krishna reached out to touch Radharani. At his touch, Radharani realized her Krishna was there in front of her, and opened her eyes to take darsana of him, her first sight on this earthly planet. The reason for Radharani taking birth as a blind girl is as follows. In Golokadama, Lord Krishna was preparing to come to the earth planet to perform his Bhayuma Leela. He mentioned to Radharani that she also had to come to appear in his pastimes. But Radharani expressed her reluctance to come to earth because she would have to see so many people, when the only one she wished to look upon was Shri Krishna. Krishna assured her that on earth, she would be able to see him always. Radharani accepted on the condition that on earth the first person she saw would be him. That is why she appeared as a blind girl, and gained her sight only in the presence of her beloved Samasundara. It is said that at Radha's birth, Narad himself went and met Vrishabhanu and informed him, "This girl's beauty and nature is divine." All the houses, wherever her footprints are, Lord Narayan with all other deities will reside. Nurture this girl thinking her to be a goddess. According to Narada's advice, Vrishabhanu nurtured Radha with great love and care.
Radharani's Bagicha or garden. Jugal Kishore, Sri Radha and Krishna are together in this tree.
When, by the touch of Krishna, Radharani regained her vision, the friendship between Yasoda and Kartida became more intense. Both families started to visit each other's home regularly. Sometimes Radharani would visit Nanda Maharaja's house with her mother. There she would have darsana of her most beloved Shri Krishna. Radha and Krishna continued to grow, day by day. All the Nitya Siddha Sakhas of Radharani also appeared in Vraja. Bagicha appeared on the same day and at the same moment as Radharani. There are 8 dear Sakhas of Radharani, who are like expansions of Radharani's body. Larily-Lal, Bagicha, Citra, Indulka, Kempakalata, Tungavijaya, Rangadevi, and Sudevi. When Radharani reached the age of 7 months, King Vasubhanu made elaborate arrangements to celebrate the Anna-prasana ceremony of his daughter. He arranged a great yajna and invited all the citizens, brahmanas, relatives, and his most dear friend Nand Maharaja and his family. Devi Purnamasi, Mother Rohini, and Balrama, and Mother Yasoda and Krishna all came to attend the ceremony. When everyone was enjoying a sumptuous feast, Radharani took one morsel of prasada from Shri Krishna's plate. While all the ladies were busy discussing their household matters, Krishna and Radharani, in the mood of childhood, met and drank the beauty of each other like kikara birds drink the moonlight. Radharani manifested a wonderful beauty and sweetness, just as a lotus manifests its beauty when it comes in contact with the sunlight. Outside area of the temple. Below are the details of my other videos. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga.